Hello YouTube, my name is McFlippers and welcome to the Cinematic Time-Lapse series. I'm super excited to share the build, so without further ado, let's go! I started off with a little bit of terraforming to make the beach look a bit better. After I was done terraforming, I started building some pillars that turned into a frame. The frame had two varying heights, the outside being balconies. Next came some of the walls, which I raised up and added windows to. I tried a couple different roof designs, but eventually I got this barn top one that I seem to like. As a beachfront house needs tons of windows to let in the view, the front wall ended up being comprised of almost entirely just blue windows, which for this house I think is a pretty nice look. Now we move on to the back half, which has been completely untouched this far. I made some framework and walls as usual and fumbled with the staircase a bit, but eventually I settled on a design. After I had designed the sides of the house, I used the same pattern on the back. Then of course, as the eccentric billionaires that we are, I put a pool behind our beachfront house. The pool area looked a little empty, so I added a hot tub, some pool supplies, a bandstand, and even their own outdoor drink stand. I put up a fence to keep all those pesky non-existent neighbors out of our pool. And shortly after, a small parking lot for us and whoever we invite over to our house for pool parties. And at last, I extend my reach out into the seas, because no water build of mine would be complete without a boat. Now, of course, whoever's living here is pretty rich. No regular sailboat would do. These are the modern times. So I decided to try my best attempt at building a yacht. Of course, boats are already out of my scope as it is, so trying to build something like this out of my comfort range was an extreme difficulty. Needless to say, I'll learn and do better next time, but for now, I think this is a pretty good boat. And now for the final overview and naming of this build. This build, unlike some of my other builds, isn't going to get a crazy name like I normally give them. Instead, I'm naming it by request of my sister, who decided that she wanted this to be her headquarters. And so this is Super Snoot Headquarters, or the SnuEdu HQ. A silly name, but a good build. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for making it to the very end of this episode in the Cinematic Time-Lapse series. I had a ton of fun making it, so I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. And remember, if you did like the video, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of my future content when it comes out. The channel and I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, keep swimming with the squids, and I will see you then.